adult, and I've had a dream of publishing my own books for many years. This book is targeted to ages 6 to 12, more on the lines of middle grade, more of a graphic novel. And I'll start by saying this. This is my front cover. 10-year-old Timothy Barnes loves to draw pictures of imaginary fairies and their enchanted forests. Afraid of what his buddies will think or why his brothers laugh at him, he hides his drawings under his bed in his room every night. Never knowing that his imagined fantasy will ever become real, he wakes up one night in the middle of a forest he has dreamt and drawn about for years. Not sure what to do next, Timothy is asked by his newfound fairy friends to help save their forest home and the thousands of fairies who live there. Timothy is the only one who can see and communicate with these forest fairies. He's the only human voice that can stop the construction workers from cutting down the trees, where millions of imaginary fairies are not imaginary after all. Timothy faces his fears as he ponders over what to do next.
So first of all, fantastic job coming up here first. You really did a great job. And just a few things first. One thing is, I know you've done your research. You know that this is a middle grade novel. Very often people come up and they just say, my book is for kids of all ages, which publishers don't publish. They publish within a section of the bookstore. So that was great. And this notion of first of all, a boy drawing fairies is, counterintuitive, lovely idea, and then the idea of saving the forest. I think there are many elements of this book that are exciting and interesting. In terms of the voice, I wasn't quite sure what the style of the storytelling was going to be in the book itself, but I was excited by the ideas that you presented.
Arielle often says that a pitch is like a poem. Every single word counts. And we need to know in the course of your pitch whether you can write or not. And I did feel like it was a little bit maybe dry, I guess, and didn't sort of exhibit your writing skills, which I suspect you have a lot of. And the other thing that I would do is come up with what we call in the business an elevator pitch. And that is like a Hollywoodese way of describing what your book is, where you combine two different elements. Like it might be Hoot. It reminds me a little bit, you know the book Hoot? It's about Carl Hyacin, about saving the swamps. Hoot meets Peter Pan, or Hoot meets, I don't know, Jaws, or obviously not Jaws in your case, but so that would be a great thing for you to add to this, because again, you have to realize that agents and editors are just inundated, and if you can have a quick way of describing what your book is, they go, oh, I get what that is. It'll help a lot with your selling of your book.
Yeah, I wanted to say with your pitch, as far as every word being important, I don't think you need to even open up with "It's been my dream to publish a book." I think that's the dream of everybody here. So it's wonderful that you started that way, but we know that, so you don't have to do that. But yeah.
So there's 10 seconds.
Right. Yeah. It's something I see a lot in cover letters as well. People will sort of open up with that, and it's something that I take as a given. Now, you said this is a graphic novel, and I mean, seeing in the pitch, I wanted to know a little bit more about how this is executed. Are you writing the script for it? Are you drawing it as well? Do you have a partner? Are you, part of it I guess depends on what kind of house you're selling it to, whether they, find their own artists for graphic novels. But, I wanted to hear more, but that's something that you would need to make clear in your pitch, because it's not just the story when it comes to graphic novels. There's a lot in the execution.
Well, there's lots of words that I think we could use for outdoor illustration.
Are you a professional artist, or?
They would be beyond like the early videos.
Right.
Stage where they kind of want a little
And if you're an artist, I would include a sample of what you're doing, and say whether or not you're open to having someone else do it. Because we get a lot of stuff from artists who are great, but maybe they're just not the right look for it, or maybe they are. That's a bonus. But we like to know what our options are.
Thank you very much.